What's up guys, welcome back to Bake It Better. In today's video we are going to tackle buttercream, specifically Italian buttercream. Perfect for filling and icing cakes, as well as a filling for macarons and cookie sandwiches. The versatility of buttercream is infinite, so let's get baking. First we need to go over the various types of buttercream. The most common buttercream is a simple combination of butter and icing sugar, possibly thinned out with a little bit of egg whites. As easy as it is to make this, it creates a dense, almost frosting-like texture that can be unappealing in large quantities. This is best suitable for mini cupcakes for a kid's birthday party, but not for much else. The second type is a French buttercream. This type is created by pouring a hot sugar syrup into some whipped egg yolks, similar to the process we used for making the base of the tiramisu. You can check that video out up there. Once the egg yolk syrup mixture has cooled, softened butter is slowly whipped in. This creates an incredibly rich but soft icing. I would recommend using this as a filling for cakes rather than decorating icing. The final types are meringue based. So a meringue is a combination of egg whites that have been whipped up with sugar to create a glossy pipeable cream. There are three types of meringues: French, Swiss, and Italian, but only the Swiss and Italian are used for making buttercream. Both the Swiss and Italian utilize heat to help provide structure to the egg whites, but only the Italian fully cooks the whites, making it the most used in food production. This is the one that we will be making today. The Italian buttercream is made in a similar way to the French buttercream, but instead of egg yolks it uses egg whites. This method can be a little tricky to newcomers, as you have to time the cooking perfectly with the whipping of the egg whites. Egg whites are also a lot less forgiving than egg yolks when it comes to being whipped up. While egg yolks can be whipped for almost an eternity, egg whites will eventually break if whipped too much. Keeping a close watch on both of your pot of sugar and your mixer is crucial to success. So, to start, we'll place our water and our sugar into our pot. We'll place this on a medium-high heat to start. We can set our probe thermometer to 116 degrees Celsius and let this start cooking. While the sugar is cooking, add your room temperature egg whites to your stand mixer bowl. Temperature is very important when it comes to whipping yolks and whites. The warmer the eggs, the more volume you can get out of them. So starting off with room temperature eggs is already giving us a head start to getting our eggs to the perfect stage. We'll whip the egg whites on high speed. We want the egg whites to reach a soft medium peak at the same time that the sugar reaches 116 degrees. So if the egg whites are getting close to being done, slow the whip down a little. This balancing act is tricky because you can't turn the mixer off while the egg whites are whipping. If they're left to stand for too long, the whites will separate and the bowl will be full of the whites liquid. If the sugar is a little behind, increase the heat a little bit to get to temp faster. When the sugar is at temp and the egg whites are at the soft medium peak stage, remove the pot from the heat. Slowly pour the hot syrup into the stand mixer while whipping the egg whites on medium speed. Try your best to stay off the side of the bowl, but also try not to hit the whisk attachment. Once all of the syrup is added, increase the speed to high and allow to cool to room temperature. Once the temperature of the meringue has cooled, we can slowly add in our soft room temperature butter. Having soft butter is super important. If the butter is fridge temp, it will never incorporate into the meringue. The same goes for if you decide to soften your butter in the microwave. Melted butter will incorporate, but it will deflate any air in the meringue and create a soupy mess. So in small cubes, we can add our butter in stages, only adding more butter in when the last addition is finally incorporated. Once all of the butter has been incorporated, we can add in the vanilla extract. At this stage, you can also add in some melted chocolate or salted caramel to flavor the buttercream. Once finished mixing, place in airtight containers and place in the fridge until needed. And here we have the finished buttercream. Light, soft, and incredibly delicious. Although it is a little tricky trying to time the egg whites and sugar, it is a great practice for when we get into the more advanced techniques for making mousses. As always guys, you can find a copy of my recipe in the description below. Thank you for watching. I'll meet you back here in my kitchen for the next episode. I'll see you then.